Cowboys Nation is losing its mind after Jerry Jones made a radical call involving George Pickens. The move came fast, caught everyone off guard, and instantly split the fanbase into heated camps. Some are calling it bold and visionary, others reckless and unnecessary, but no one is ignoring it. The timing, the risk, and the long-term impact are all being debated nonstop. Was this a masterstroke by Jerry, or a decision that could backfire in a big way? One thing's certain, this move has Cowboys fans buzzing like never before. Dallas Cowboys fans, buckle up, because what we're about to talk about today could change the entire direction of this franchise faster than anyone expected. Jerry Jones has made a move, or at the very least opened the door to a decision, that has Cowboys Nation completely split, shocked, excited, and honestly a little nervous. And it all revolves around one explosive name that nobody thought would seriously enter the Cowboys conversation this offseason: George Pickens. Yes, that George Pickens. One of the most talented, controversial, and unpredictable wide receivers in the NFL right now. And according to multiple league insiders and growing chatter around the Cowboys organization, Jerry Jones is not just monitoring the situation, he's actively involved. This is not your typical Cowboys rumor. This feels different. It feels bold. It feels risky. And it feels very Jerry Jones. Let's slow this down and explain why this story is blowing up the Cowboys fanbase. For years, Dallas has searched for a true game-changing complement to CeeDee Lamb. Not just another solid receiver. Not a depth guy. Not a maybe-he-breaks-out project. They needed someone who scares defenses, someone who can win on the outside, someone who can flip momentum with one play. And George Pickens, when focused and locked in, is exactly that type of player. The talent is undeniable. Pickens is one of the most physically gifted wide receivers in football. Size, hands, body control, contested catches, he has it all. There are moments on tape where he looks unguardable. He makes catches that shouldn't be possible. He turns bad throws into highlights. He plays with an edge that few receivers have. And that edge is exactly what makes this story so complicated. Because with George Pickens, the talent is elite but the questions are loud. And this is where Jerry Jones enters the picture. The Cowboys are at a crossroads right now. The roster is talented, but incomplete. The pressure to win now is real. The NFC is wide open compared to past seasons. And Jerry Jones knows that standing still is the fastest way to fall behind. That's why this potential decision is being described by insiders as radical. Because bringing in George Pickens would not be a safe move. It would be a swing for the fences move. But then there's the other side of the coin. Pickens has had moments that have raised eyebrows around the league. Emotional reactions. Body language issues. Frustration when the ball doesn't come his way. Questions about effort on certain snaps. And Cowboys fans know this team has already dealt with enough distractions over the years. The last thing Dallas wants is another storyline that pulls attention away from football. That's why fans are going crazy right now. Some fans are saying, do it. Enough playing it safe. This team needs fire. Others are saying, no way. Too risky. We've seen how this movie ends. And honestly, both sides have a point. What makes this situation even more fascinating is Jerry Jones himself. Jerry has always believed he can manage personalities. He believes in strong leadership, strong locker rooms, and strong culture. And whether fans agree or not, Jerry has never been afraid of controversial stars. If he believes the Cowboys environment can unlock the best version of George Pickens, he won't hesitate. Another factor here is timing. The Cowboys know their championship window isn't infinite. Contracts are coming up. The roster will change. This might be one of the last chances to go all in with the current core. And that urgency is pushing Jerry Jones toward bold decisions rather than conservative ones. League insiders are also pointing out that Dallas isn't just casually interested. They've reportedly explored what it would take to make a move work financially and structurally. That doesn't mean a deal is done. But it does mean this isn't fan fiction anymore. And here's something fans need to understand: moves like this don't come without consequences. If the Cowboys go after George Pickens, it likely means sacrificing future assets, draft capital, cap flexibility. And Jerry Jones knows that, which tells you how serious this consideration is. The locker room impact is another huge question. How would CeeDee Lamb feel? How would Dak Prescott handle managing two alpha receivers? Could this offense find balance instead of tension? These are questions the Cowboys are actively weighing behind closed doors. What's undeniable is this: the Cowboys' offense has lacked intimidation factor in big moments. Teams have learned how to scheme against Dallas when it matters most. Adding a weapon like Pickens instantly forces defenses to change everything. And in today's NFL, that kind of pressure is priceless. Fans are also reacting emotionally because this move signals something bigger. It signals that Jerry Jones may finally be tired of waiting. Tired of incremental upgrades. Tired of almost. This feels like a message move. A declaration that Dallas is done playing nice. But with bold moves come bold risks. If Pickens thrives in Dallas, Jerry Jones looks like a genius. If it explodes, it becomes another chapter in Cowboys chaos. And that's why this story is dominating conversations right now. One league executive was quoted saying, "If any owner believes he can make this work, it's Jerry Jones." That tells you everything you need to know. So where does this leave us? As of now, nothing is official. No announcement. No confirmation. But the smoke is thick. And where there's smoke around the Cowboys, there's usually fire. Jerry Jones doesn't let rumors like this leak unless there's truth behind them. Cowboys fans are refreshing feeds, arguing online, dreaming, worrying, and debating nonstop. And that reaction alone shows how massive this decision would be. Because George Pickens isn't just a player. He's a statement. A gamble. A potential game changer. And if Jerry Jones pulls the trigger, love it or hate it, nobody will be able to say the Dallas Cowboys didn't try to change their destiny. Now I want to hear from you. Would you make this move? Is George Pickens worth the risk for Dallas? Or should the Cowboys stay far away? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button if you enjoy real Cowboys news without the fluff. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss what could be the biggest Cowboys storyline of the offseason. Because if this decision becomes reality, the entire NFL will be watching Dallas.